Hey y'all, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 and I am behind on all the things. I was super late getting my Christmas decorations up this year and I just felt like the holidays flew by considering that we had some sickness and we had to reschedule a lot of things, and we actually still have one more Christmas celebration to do this coming up weekend because the snow kept us from being able to get together. So I am just now getting my Christmas decorations down, and I believe this day is January the 20th, and this is the latest that I have ever been taking down my Christmas decorations. And I don't know about you, but taking down decorations is always a super emotional thing for me. Right here, this is actually an ornament that one of my friends made me in remembrance of my mother. So those of you who don't know, I lost my mom 2.5 years ago. I was 21 years old and my daughter was 2 and my son was 6 months old, and it has been really hard on all of us. She was a huge part of my life. We were super close, and every single year she would get all of us ornaments with our names on them and put the year on them. And so a lot of the ornaments on my tree have her handwriting on them because she got them for us every year. This one is actually a picture of us that we took when we went to the Dixie Stampede in Branson with my mom one year for Christmas, and it was such a really fun trip. So every time I put that one on my tree, it makes me really happy. So all of these ornaments that have our names on them are from her and have her handwriting on them, and they mean a lot to me. That little white tree is an ornament that I got her last Christmas. I got all the women in my family ornaments, so we all got little trees that are different colors and they all coordinated, and I actually have the one that I gave her upstairs and I keep it on display on a shelf all year round. So I'm starting off by taking down all of our sentimental ornaments, and I'm just putting them in this bag to keep them separate from all the rest of them. And then I have little ornament organizers, which you will see in just a second, that help me to keep all of the ball ornaments, especially the breakable ones, organized and keeps them from bumping into each other. A lot of these gold ornaments are actually from my mom's tree, so I wanted to take extra good care of them so that we can enjoy them for many years to come, and so that I can always feel connected to her during the holidays. She always went all out for every single holiday. It didn't matter what it was: Valentine's Day, Easter, Christmas, every single year, even as an adult. And once I had my own kids, she still came with tons of presents and got me cards and candy and everything. And so just going through all of this brings back a lot of memories, and taking down Christmas decorations is actually something that I've realized is hard for me. Not because I'm sad that the Christmas tree is coming down or anything, but it just brings back a lot of memories, and having them up is beautiful, but there's just something about packing them back in the boxes that just make it hard. And I think that was also a contributing factor to why I hadn't undecorated my tree yet, because I think I was just kind of dreading the process. And as long as it was all up and pretty and sparkly, I could just sit and enjoy it. But getting those boxes out is just difficult. But now that it's all down and my house is a little more cleared out, I am so relieved just to have it done and to have a little bit of normalcy back in the house. I needed to get back in our routine and to just have a little bit of space, because during the holidays with all the extra gifts and all the decorations out, it can seem a little cluttered. I kind of feel like everything's just dusty because things fall from off of the tree and I can't get around everything as well to dust. It's harder to get all the floors clean. So just having all that out of the way, I just feel like I have a fresh start, and I'm actually super excited to start spring cleaning. So I'm thinking about doing a series where I go through each room of my house this year and spring cleaning and decluttering just room by room. And I even want to do my attic. I want to go through everything up there. I have so many things I need to go through and donate or sell. I have tons of baby things. I have things from my mom that I don't necessarily need to keep. And I think, which I'll probably go more into depth about that when I do declutter the attic, but sometimes I think when you're grieving, it's good just to put things away and come back to it later, just so that you have time to figure out, okay, what do I want to keep? What do I need to pass on to somebody else? Because sometimes I think holding on to too many things, it can start to weigh us down. And I only want to hold on to the things that bring value to my life, that have good sentimental memories to them, and that when I look at them, I feel lighter and not heavier. So that's my goal, and so I hope that you guys follow along while I go through each room in my house and just spring clean and declutter and get everything fresh and just a new start for the year. I know that we're already almost through the first month of the month of January, so the first month of the year. But with how crazy it's been with sickness and the weather and the ice and everything, I just feel like we've kind of gotten a slow start. And I really feel like February, I'm just ready for a clean slate, ready to start over, ready to really, reach towards my goals, get rid of a lot of things that I think are cluttering up my mind and my space, and just make some real improvements that will follow us along the rest of the year. The first tree over there that you saw me undecorating is actually a 9-foot tree that I ordered from QVC a few years ago, and I really love it. The top part of it is extra long so that if you're shorter like me, you don't have to get a ladder to take it apart, and I have really enjoyed that tree, but it was kind of expensive. And this tree that I'm working on now, I actually got at Big Lots last year, and it was pretty affordable. I actually love the way it looks even better. I wish I had a taller one, but it was the tallest one that they had in the store. But I got a great deal on it, and I'm really loving this tree. I also got these blue and green ornaments from Big Lots, and I'm pretty sure they were like extremely ridiculously on sale. And so I can't remember. I feel like it was like 75 to 80% off I got all those ornaments for. So it was a great deal. I stocked up on a ton of stuff from Big Lots last year. They also had, like, if you signed up for a membership, you could get a coupon or something. And then, so I was able to stack a ton of deals, and I ended up getting, I think, 3 trees that day, plus all of those ornaments. So if you've been sleeping on Big Lots, I suggest checking it out if you ever need some new Christmas decorations or anything else, because I was pleasantly surprised about all the deals that I found, and that's just not somewhere that I typically shop. I just never think about it. It's about 15 minutes from our house, but I just never think to go there. And you can also shop online there and just have stuff delivered, and it's super convenient, and the deals are awesome. So check out all the coupons and try to get the best bang for your buck. I really think it leveled up my Christmas decorations because I was able to add a few extra trees. I don't know about y'all. I know some people are just like a 1-tree household. They just put 1 tree in their living room. I put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this year. Last year I had 6 because I also inherited one of my mom's Christmas trees, but the lights went out on it and the stand wouldn't go together right, and so I just decided not to use it this year. This little snowman topper is actually my mom's, and it means a lot to me because she used it for several years when I was growing up, so it makes me feel at home. And also these red ornaments are hers, and so this tree here in my dining room, when I decorated it, I just kind of did it more her style with the red and the green and her topper, and it just kind of made me think of her. So I really enjoyed it. Now this dining room is an absolute disaster. My kids' toys just got shoved in here. My dogs, since we don't spend a lot of time in here, tend to just drag everything in here and put it under the table, and it just becomes a big mess. I also moved my hedgehog's cage in here over Christmas because it was in the living room, but I didn't have room for it in there, so now it's in the dining room. And the whole room has just become a catch-all and just like way out of control, and I need to shampoo the rug because who knows if the puppy had an accident on it or not, but I'm gonna be shampooing it anyways because the thought of that just freaks me out. I'll probably actually be shampooing all of my rugs pretty soon. just because I'll be spring cleaning anyways. And so I actually think one of my next videos is going to be a deep clean of the dining room and then decorating it for Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is so fun to decorate for, in my opinion. And my daughter's favorite colors are actually red and pink. And so I think she is just gonna flip out when she sees all of the red and pink all over the house. But here I'm just gathering up all the pillows and all the wreaths and trying to get everything kind of in the same spot. And then I kind of just took all of the silver ornaments and put them in a pile on the floor. So the silver and the blue ornaments came from Walmart several years ago, all in the same pack. And I didn't want to use the blue ones this year, so I just picked out all of the silver. And so that's why it looks like a weird mishmash of blue and silver. It technically is all supposed to be mixed together. So, and these are my wreaths. I got these little storage bags last year, and they have been a game changer. So I keep my wreaths each in one, and then I put all my Christmas trees in the bags. Especially, like, look at this cute little 3-foot tree that I got at Big Lots, and it fits perfectly in that little bag. And it's so much easier for me to store everything in the attic that way, because the boxes are just so heavy to carry up the stairs. And my husband is not the biggest fan of dealing with the Christmas decorations, so anything that I can do myself, I would much rather do than having to ask him to help me carry stuff in and out of the attic. It just gets a little overwhelming. But here I started to try to put our biggest tree into this red bag, excuse me. And I quickly realized that I was not going to be able to do it by myself. I just could not, like, get the bag open to where I needed it and get all the pieces in there by myself. So my husband came in and had to help me finish putting everything together. And then, of course, my son wanted to help. And he was actually a big help, holding everything up and doing the zippers. I think that's one of the fun things about having kids is sometimes it slows you down, but if you get them involved, it's such a good teaching moment for them, and it's also just a good bonding moment, and they just get so excited and their faces light up and they get into it. And it's just one of the many things to enjoy about being a parent. And so this is just something that I'm reminding myself, and I encourage you to remind yourself too, is if you have little ones, just take that extra time to let them be involved in whatever they can be, because it's such a short time that they really want to be involved, and it's such a precious time. And I know that one day I am really going to miss it, and I'm just holding on to that for dear life. So now I'm just kind of piling all of this stuff next to the stairs, because I wanted to get it all together so that I could easily just start carrying things up the stairs. And most of the things I was able to carry by myself. The big red tub, I had to get help from Jackie, like, to get it up the stairs. That was pretty heavy. And then once I got to the attic, she kind of just helped me put everything in the attic. Jackie is our au pair. I noticed I haven't said her name before, but that's her name. And she helped me to kind of get all the decorations in the attic. And so that was very helpful, because it just gets kind of heavy and we have a lot of stuff up there, and sometimes it's just really hard to maneuver everything and to get to the places that you want to get. So the Christmas decorations were kind of blocked, like the area was kind of blocked by other things. So that's why I really want to get in there and just get stuff out of the attic. It's just kind of gotten out of control, just too many things. And when we moved in this house, I thought that there was no way we would ever be able to fill it up, and I was going to keep from getting it cluttered up. And for the most part, I've done a pretty good job at it. But like when you inherit a bunch of things from a family member, or like you have certain things from your kids that you don't want to get rid of, things can accumulate really fast. So there's just a lot of stuff that I just want to get rid of. I just can't handle it anymore. And I know this is gross, but we found a mouse in our garage, and we were able to alleviate the issue. But then when I went up in the attic to get Christmas decorations down this year, I saw some evidence of mice up there. So needless to say, I'm going to be up there sanitizing and cleaning and organizing everything, because I cannot handle that. So look how cute my husband and my son are helping me to pack up this giant Christmas tree. it was kind of hard to get the bags to zip. So you definitely need help as far as zipping these bags up. And then the wreath sitting on my couch is actually my normal everyday wreath that's going to go back on my door over there. And I was really excited just to get that back up and to get everything feeling normal again. I think actually taking the trees apart is the most satisfying part about undecorating for Christmas. It just feels like such a huge change all at once, and it clears up so much space in the house. Could not wait to just go ahead and get the trees taken down. My husband was packing up the other trees, and I probably should have just been over there helping him, but I was just like, let me take all of this apart and just get it down so I can see out of the windows and have some cleared space. And we hurried up and got this last one packed up, and I'm telling you, it made such a difference. But at the same time, it made it to where I could see all of the dust and all of the flocking from the trees all over my floor, and I could not believe it. So before I could even start vacuuming, I had to go through and start picking up larger pieces so that they wouldn't clog up my vacuum. But then I was able to just start dusting everything off and cleaning everything up, and it was just so satisfying. I'm so happy that this day I got up and just decided to go ahead and get it done. I wasn't even sure when I woke up this morning that I was going to do this. And then all of a sudden, the motivation just hit me. Like, I just want to get this finished. And I just immediately started getting all the bags and everything out to just start putting everything away. And thank God I did, because we are really reaping the benefits now. It just feels so much better in here. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like it's so much easier just to clean and to pick up, and I feel like things aren't so cluttered. And just to be done with it, to not have the dread over my head. And I feel like there's always those things on our list that we just avoid, and they just tend to sit there and haunt us forever and ever. And sometimes those are the things that I want to do first on my list, just to get them done so that the rest of the list just feels easier. And this was definitely one of those tasks. And this is our giant pile of Christmas decorations that we took down. We had already put a few upstairs on the landing, and so this is just part of it that I had to carry up the stairs. So I just considered that my workout for the day and just took it easy the rest of the day. Look at those stairs. That's enough of a workout. And so this is how it looked after I cleared it all out. As you can see, everything was kind of covered in dust and flocking from the trees. The floors were just a mess. And once I moved the trees, I could see like some of the kids' toys that had rolled under them and some things that I needed to pick up. I just could not believe how dirty my floors were. And I had been vacuuming around the trees and everything, but when you're moving them all around and all of the stuff just falls off of them, it just makes a huge mess. And it doesn't matter how much you cleaned before, it's going to be all over the place. There's like some Play-Doh containers, some little toys, and then we just have a little bit of a mess strewn everywhere on the tables. The garbage man couldn't come this week, so we have a huge pile of recycling and garbage that we just could not fit into the garbage cans. And here's another little closet that I want to declutter whenever we do our spring cleaning. But now I'm just picking up some of those toys and some of the larger pieces so that I can vacuum. And I'm getting out my cordless V15 Detect, and that laser just shows you every speck of dirt and every piece of dust, and just makes you never want to stop vacuuming because there's just always more that it shows you that you need to pick up. And as I vacuum, you're going to notice that I kind of go around a few things. That's just because I'm holding the camera in one hand and the vacuum in the other, and I just can't move stuff around the way that I want to. But once I put the camera down, I promise I vacuumed it up a lot better. Like, see right here, I just kind of went around that piece of fuzz because I didn't want it to clog up my vacuum. But I went back and picked it up and vacuumed everything better and just got everything cleaned up really nicely. And my husband actually laid down to take a nap because he had a headache, which is why he wasn't able to help me put everything in the attic. But whenever he got up, he was like, oh my gosh, it feels so good in here. So I know that the whole family is enjoying the nice, clean, open space, and I really have been enjoying it. It really has made my days a lot easier. There's little Finchy boy and Atticus, and then here's just a final look at the house without all the Christmas decorations down. And it's so clean and fresh, but it honestly feels a little plain. So I'm ready to decorate for Valentine's Day. I can't wait to brighten the space up. Well, thank you for stopping by again. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Make sure to like this video and to subscribe, and I hope you have an awesome week. Bye, guys.